over the last 8 years, I've read probably north of 180, 200 self-improvement books. And this right here is by far the most important book I have read in my entire life. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I was extremely familiar with him and his work for the last 2-3 years. I've seen it from afar. I've listened to some of his podcasts. Never really resonated. Then a couple of weeks ago, I saw him at the Summit of Greatness hosted by Lewis Howes, and I got really inspired watching him in real time speak. And I was like, let me do some digging on this guy. He has a few books out. I happen to be recommended to read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself as the first one. And within 10 pages, I was all in. I read this book in a week. I'm now on to another book of his called Becoming Supernatural. I have no idea if you're supposed to read them in specific orders. I don't know if this is book 2 and that's book 3. Doesn't matter. But what I've been discovering in just breaking the habit of being yourself has completely transformed my life. And I want to share 2 specific ways it's done that today, because I really do believe, and I'm seeing in real time, that this book is completely transforming my reality, and it's actually helping me step in and get to my goals faster. So there's 2 main things that I've taken away from this book, and there's a lot more. I could probably record a 2-3 hour podcast if I really wanted to, but I'm trying to just give it to you what's been really top of mind. And also, let's just admit this, that I've probably recommended and sent the link to this book to north of 40, 50 people in the last 2.5 weeks. I'm obsessed with his work, okay? But there's 2 things that I really have taken away from this book specifically. Focus on the what, not the how. Focus on the what, not the how. There have been so many times in my life that I get super obsessed about the how. This is the only way it's going to work. When I was driving Uber full time, I felt like the only way I was ever going to break free was when my podcast and me as a content creator were making money, and then I would finally be able to step into this reality that I wanted for myself. What I didn't see coming was that I would then go to spend 4 years working at Liquid IV before finally being able to step into my career. Recently, I've been selling and promoting the men's retreat that I'm hosting. All I thought the only way that I could attract clients to the retreat and participants would be to post content and wait for people to come. No. I started cold DMing people. I started emailing people. I started reaching out to people I haven't talked to in a few months, few years, letting everyone know Bobby Hobart is hosting his first men's retreat and you don't want to miss it. Because I was shifting my perspective on the how. I was actually I actually have been surrendering. As long as I know the what, I'm open-minded to the how. Because oftentimes, the how is so hard to actually specifically guess or project is going to happen. And so many beautiful things come up. To even getting me to think about when I was going into college, I wanted to go to Bentley University, and I didn't get in as a freshman. So I spent a year at LaSalle College. I worked my ass off, and then boom, I transferred into Bentley. I didn't get in as a freshman, but I still got in as a sophomore and graduated from there. I was focused on the what of going to Bentley, not the how. I didn't get in the first round, but I got in on the second round. So that's been a fundamental transformation for me, just even thinking like that. As long as I know the what, let the magic unfold of how I'm going to do that. The next part, most important, is to step into your ideal future emotional state right here, right now. So much, and everything I'm saying, please take it all with a grain of salt, right? I'm really just tapping into what's coming up for me, what I'm taking away from this book, and there's so much in it to dive into, but just take it for what it is, okay? So much of us are living in our past selves. All we're thinking about and emotionally attached is to the past, things that have happened in the past. What Dr. Joe suggests and has science-backed research showing that it works is actually focusing on the future. Some of us may have heard this as manifestation. I've always heard it, never really believed it, thought it was, motivational. This book completely transformed my perspective on it and actually believing it to be true and actually embodying it, which I'll get into shortly. Focusing on the emotional state of who we're trying to become and accessing that right here, right now. So the way in which I've been doing that is I've actually written out my goals. I've identified the emotions that I need to step into on a daily basis to step into that reality. And I'm reading those goals every single day. Within the first 30 minutes of me waking up, I'm reading these goals. And it's completely transforming my life because I wake up anxious, overwhelmed, unclear. All these thoughts are going crazy. And then I just look at this beautiful list that's crafted specifically for me, for my goals. And I read it and I remind myself of the emotions I need to feel today. I need to cultivate it into me today. Because as Dr. Joe says, our bodies don't know the don't know the difference. So if we're replaying a trauma or something that happened in our past, we're actually recreating that experience in our body and in our mind. And how much does that stop us from stepping in and creating the reality we want for ourselves? A lot. I've seen it happen for myself. So what he suggests and what he has science-backed research showing is we need to step into the emotional state of our future self, of abundance, of clarity, of excitement, of joy, freedom. We need to actually feel into it right now because inevitably that is going to attract more of that. So I'll give you guys and gals 3 examples. Don't mind me, I got to bring my cursor over because my mouse just died. So I'll give you 3 examples. Goal. I have sold all 6 spots of my men's retreat for November. What's the emotions that I need to feel on a daily basis to step into that? Excitement, trust, and fulfillment. Why do I need to step into those emotions? Feel excitement about the impact your retreat will have on participants. Trust your work is attracting the right people. Visualizing the fulfillment of these seats being filled puts you in harmony with that reality. So I'm literally reading each of these twice, slowly. I have sold out all 6 spots of my men's retreat for November, and I'll close my eyes. The emotion that I need to feel is excitement, trust, and fulfillment. I feel into it. I try to really visualize what it would feel like to have this men's retreat sold out, 6 great guys around me, and we're just there to focus on the growth. And I feel into it. And in doing that, I'm now energetically feeling into that reality. I'm not waiting until the retreat to feel the emotions of successfully running it. I'm starting to feel it right now. And as I do, that is just attracting more of abundance. So I'll give you guys 2 more. The next one. I have a strong community here in Austin full of passionate, inspiring, and kind people. What do I need to feel into to bring that into my current reality? I need to feel into belonging, joy, and gratitude. Why do I need to feel those things? I need to feel a sense of belonging and joy around being part of a vibrant community. By embodying gratitude for the community you desire, you attract the people who reflect these qualities into your life. And I'm seeing it in real time. I'm feeling into what it feels like to be in a community where I feel joy, feel belonging, and I feel gratitude. The next and last one, I positively impact or serve 1 person per day. What's the emotional state that I need to feel into to make that my reality? Gratitude, purpose, and fulfillment. Why? Feel immense gratitude for the opportunity to serve others. Embrace the feeling of purpose, knowing you are making a meaningful difference in someone's life each day, and fulfillment from positively impacting the world around you. I can't even begin to explain truly how important this work is and how important this book has been in just the last 3 weeks. Fully committed to reading every book right now. I want to go to his retreat sometime in 2026. And I'm just seeing the difference in how I show up on a daily basis. I'm letting go of the emotions that no longer serve me. I'm no longer allowing my mind and body to be stuck in the past. And I'm trying to I am stepping into the future version of myself right here, right now. It's like running a marathon. You don't become a marathon athlete when you cross the finish line. You become a marathon athlete by stepping up every day, tying on the shoes and going for that run. Whether it's a mile, 2 miles, 5, 10, 15, it doesn't matter. You embody the marathon lifestyle, and that's what turns you into the marathon runner. I'm fully stepping in to my goals right here, right now. And I feel them. And I can just envision that reality becoming more true, more clearer. He has examples in this book of literally helping people heal cancer, helping people get out of a wheelchair. Because in the act of changing our emotional state, we change the biochemistry within us. which then is so many more layers deep into science that I am not, I'm not ready to speak on because I don't fully understand. But I want to share this with you all because whether you believe manifestation, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in Joe Dispenza's work, it's all the same. Can we step in to the reality of our future self right here, right now? And in doing so, it's like we're putting out an antenna to attract more of that reality into our current reality. I'm just going to flip through, right? I'm just going to open up to a random page with a quote. When the mind and body are in opposition, change will never happen. So we must first begin to feel the way we think and then to think the way we feel. Our thoughts can become our experience, or as Dr. Joe says, our personality becomes our personal reality. Think about our personality, how that completely ripples into our actual reality. I hope this just gives you guys and gals a taste of how you and I can both step into that reality we want for ourselves. And with that in mind, I have two challenges for you. One, I would love for you to pick up this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I promise you, you will not regret it. You will thank me. I feel like I'm literally like on a Dr. Joe campaign right now, just spreading the word about him because his work has really resonated with me so much. The second thing I have for you is I want you to write a list of 5, 8, 10 goals. You pick, it doesn't matter. Do as many as you want, do as least as you want, but at least minimum 5. And I want you to, when writing these goals, don't just go all business. Kind of dip your toes across, in different aspects of your life, whether it's biz, personal, well-being, relationships, travel, etc. But be very specific. Just like I was calling out these goals earlier. I positively impact to serve one person per day. I have a strong community here in Austin full of passionate, inspiring, kind people. You get the point, but be very specific in writing that goal. Then what I want you to do is insert that goal into ChatGPT, and I want you to use this prompt, and I'll have it posted in the bio of this episode, which is, what emotions do I need to feel daily in order to make this my current reality? Please answer as if you're Dr. Joe Dispenza. That is how I got those emotions above. I wrote out the emotion, I wrote out the goal, and then I had ChatGPT write out 3 emotions and then an explanation why. Do that for each of the goals. Lastly, prioritize reading and visualizing this list within the first 30 minutes of your day. Dr. Joe talks about how when we wake up, our brain waves go from, I believe, alpha to beta. And it's in that in-between we can start to reprogram our subconscious, which, by the way, our subconscious operates 95% of our brain and only our conscious is 5%. Mind blown, even reading that. So the best time to actually read these goals is either in the beginning part of your day or the end. And I think what better way to start the day than reading these goals? Because if you wake up feeling positive, this is just going to add more fuel to the fire. If you wake up feeling mentally unclear and just a lot going on, this is going to give you direction on that mindset and framework to live by. If you do that, I promise you it is going to make a difference. So please do that within the next 24 hours and also get this book. How can I be of service for you? I got 3 things to throw at you. Life Designer Club. It's a course and community to help you architect your perfect life. I've literally broken down 42 videos of how to design your dream life from personal experience for every aspect of your life. There's 130 mini exercises inside of it, so you can literally start making actionable results while you're going through the program. Originally, this product was $500, and just yesterday, or at least the timing of this recording, this was yesterday. It's a few days after by the time this is live, but I changed the price from $500 to $99 because I just want to be of service to people. I want to help the most amount of people in this world, and I do not want money to block someone from investing in themselves and from making a difference. So if that sounds of interest, check out Life Designer Club on my website, bobbyhobart.com. We also have the Design Your Life Men's Retreat coming up here in November 14th through the 17th. That's a Thursday to a Sunday. The whole premise of the men's retreat is to help you optimize your life to align with your goals. It's going to be 6 guys, me, a private chef, and a few other facilitators. If that is of interest, please apply ASAP. At the time of recording, we have 2 spots left. I can't guarantee how many that will be left by the time this goes live. It's first come, first serve, but it is going to be an epic experience. Lastly, as always, I have a one-on-one coaching program. If you are looking for direct support, head to bobbyhoper.com to learn more, and I'll get you inside the program, and you and I can work together. But that's it. I know I kind of just gave you all just a little scoop on Dr. Joe. There's so much more to dive into. There's so much more for me to process in the coming weeks, but I just wanted to kind of share what I've been learning, and I hope that this episode has been valuable to you. If it has been, please screenshot the episode. Whatever platform you're listening in on, post it to your IG story. Tag me at Bob-A, B-O, 3 B's, 4 A's, and a Y. Maybe tag Dr. Joe. Maybe he'll see it. Maybe his team will see it. That would be epic. But by you sharing out the episode, it creates the ripple effect for you to help someone else in your community that may see this episode and may listen to it. That's it. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Bearded Man Podcast.